So, hey, this is my Yamaha Kabuto Snare drum. It's actually just recently requested I finally do the review of this because, let's be honest, I think I'm the only one on the YouTube realm that has one of these beautiful snare drums. I just want to say, firstly, I got this one used for $100. I want to say they sold new for under $200, and it is basically a steel shell, and 6.5 by 14, and it comes in this funky tomato red color, which if I did not have my custom drum, this would definitely be my loudest drum I own. In terms of color, not necessarily volume, although steel can be quite loud. Yamaha has always been known for just their great drum products, and they definitely delivered on this here drum. You've got your typical lever throw off. It's actually a very nice a plastic turning cap, and basic, just everything. You get a 42 strand snares. I was tempted to take it down to like 20 or 22, but it's kind of a nice contrast to the 7 or 8 that I have on my custom. So I definitely get a lot more snare snap and snare sound with this drum here. It does have an ambassador snare on the bottom end and a CS dot on top. Your typical standard Remo drum heads. And this is honestly, this is a drum that for me has gotten a lot of different tones that are very good. You just heard it there extremely high, and this is me not using mics at all. I kind of feel that when you're going to review a drum, you shouldn't be micing it because microphones can make things sound better, and if you're going to be doing a lot of recording, that's not what you're going to hear. So I'm doing this unmiked. So again, this is a very high tension right now. And it has a very nice pop with a lot of just bottom end to it. So let's tune it down a little bit here, and you can probably find these just about anywhere. Again, you can probably find this for $100. Now as I'm finishing this up, is this the best snare drum I have played? No. The best snare drum I have played is still my custom, and I've still played many other better snare drums than this, but this isn't to say that this snare drum's better or worse. It's different, and it's actually surprisingly for the money. Very versatile drum, which sounds really nice in almost any tuning. Here's it a little bit more middle row type of sound. if I loosen the snares up a little bit, it'll really change up this sound. That was a little too. There we go. Now, I would definitely not recommend this drum here to someone who hates ring. This is a very ringy type of drum. It'll just sing, and if that's not your taste, then I would definitely not get this drum here. I would definitely get a wood drum. So here it is, just low and fat, which is probably my favorite use for this, especially if I put on a dampening ring, but for now I'm just going to leave it wide open. And surprisingly, at that low tuning, it gets extremely fat, and it almost has a natural gate. Because there are so many snare wires on this, it kind of acts as a natural gate, which then cuts it really short, which is why I love it for fat stuff. For using it when the song calls for a fat snare, I'll just detune this down low, and then it makes my job post a lot easier, because then I don't have to worry as much about putting on a gate or shortening the trail time. I believe that's what it's called. I'm probably wrong on that right now because I don't have a DAW in front of me, but I wanted to keep this nice, short, sweet, and just kind of true and honest. I personally like this. If you are looking for a decent quality snare drum for around $120, this is definitely an option. But I will say there are probably better options, like maybe the Ludwig Acrylite. You can sometimes find those for $120 to $150. You can sometimes find a Ludwig Superphonic for around this same price. But I would definitely say that this drum beats those two in low fat tones. Because I have owned all three at some point in time. This definitely beats those two in low fat tones. Mid-range, the Superphonic, that's where that drum shines, and then really cranked up, that's where the Acrylite shines. So there you have it, the Yamaha Kabuto snare drum review. I hope you all enjoyed, and keep on drumming.